Hi guys, so it's Tuesday night around almost 10 o'clock p.m. and I'm coming on to do my Talk About It Tuesday. It's kind of late. I know I always usually post, either early morning or, early, late, middle afternoon, my Talk About It Tuesdays, but today was a very kind of hectic day in my head, if that's what you want to call it, and I just couldn't get it together today. I think I just overwhelmed myself with thinking about what I was going to talk about and and all that stuff, and I just couldn't get it together today. It was rough today, but I did get a What's for Dinner video out, and if you guys watched that one, you saw me on that, and my mood was definitely better. But I started out this morning. I thought I was started out good, but I do have something to talk about now that I'm on here. But you know what, guys? Give me 1 second, because I'm going to stop and get a drink. So this way my mouth doesn't get dry. Hold on 1 second. So, guys, I was going to get water, or I was even thinking about making one of my lemonades. But I opened up the refrigerator, and there, staring me right in the face, is the coffee and the creamer. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a little bit of an iced coffee. So that's what I did, guys. Look at my iced coffee. Something different. I never really drink iced coffee at this time, and I made a mess. What else is new? I never really drink one of the iced coffee at night, but I figured something different. What kind of ice cream is that? Is that the Yasso? My son just bought ice cream. I actually had one of these before too. I had the coffee chocolate. Are these like low calorie or something? You don't know? He doesn't want to speak. It was really good. What kind is this? Oh, the caramel. Yeah, I had a chocolate. Can you give me a paper towel over there? I had a caramel one of my daughters earlier after dinner. Guys, I'm in the kitchen, and my husband is watching a movie, and it's blasting. Comment below if you could hear his movie. I'm sure you can. It drives me crazy. All right, so guys, let's talk. Because it's Talk About It Tuesday. This is really good. Really good, guys. So let's talk about my dinner tonight. Guys, listen. I feel like I'm struggling. I'm struggling with I guess not Weight Watchers per se itself, just with always staying on task. Excuse me. I started all gung-ho, really, really good the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then I kind of like get into this mode that it's like, oh, I can have a little bit of this, or I can have a little bit of that. I'm on Weight Watchers now. I think this is going to be my 5th week, and I lost 3 pounds. That's all I've lost. I've stayed the same the last 3 weeks. Which is fine. That's fine. All right, guys, there's a lot going on. I'm in the kitchen. I didn't feel like going upstairs to my bedroom because, first of all, Jenny's up there, and she's in the room across from me, and she's probably singing, doing karaoke, doing this, doing that, and so you wouldn't be able to, you probably wouldn't hear her anyway. So I'm down in my kitchen, which is a very high traffic area, even at 10 o'clock at night. So if you hear shuffling and, other voices, just try to ignore it and just listen to my voice, okay? So back to what I was talking about. I seem to struggle with sticking to Weight Watchers, a diet plan, or whatever for any amount of long term. I try my best. I have good intentions, but I just feel like, I feel like food was such a big thing, like, towards guys. So I'm trying to talk about it Tuesday, and everybody's coming in and interrupting me. Nobody was in the kitchen until I sat down here, literally, and then everybody just comes walking in. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, guys. So the thing is that what I'm trying to do is I'm changing my way of thinking a little bit about Weight Watchers, because what I was saying was food was love growing up in my family. Okay, I come from an Italian family. Everything was about food. I mean, we would gather, it would be food. Sunday would be Sunday gravy. We'd go to my grandparents' house, it would be a roast, and this food, and food, and food, and food, and holidays were based on food. Just very, very, very food-oriented, guys, and I know a lot of people have grown up like that, and all that, and it's just hard. It's hard, and because I have diabetes, it just makes it, worse to be overweight, obviously, because it's worse for diabetes when you're overweight, and diabetes is caused, a lot of it is caused by being overweight and all of that. But the thing that I'm trying to focus on now is because, on Weight Watchers, I'm going to stay on Weight Watchers for a while, because I feel like I need to be on something to keep me kind of structured. If I'm not on something that's structured, I will go off the rails. I'll go off the rails, and then I'll little by little, I'll get back to eating bad and justifying it to myself and all that. Let's face it, I'm talking, when I say you, I'm talking about, in general. I think we justify things to ourselves to be able to handle things and to kind of cope with things and, and be happy with yourself or whatever. So what I'm going to try to focus now, guys, on, I'm not going to worry about the scale. I'm not going to worry about losing the weight, because my real focus has to be my sugar levels. It has to be the diabetes, because if I don't control my sugar levels, I won't have a body to lose weight with. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really important that I focus on the low carb and the low sugar situation. And I think focusing more on that than losing weight is, for me, going to be so much better, because I think it'll naturally just happen. And even if I stay the same, yes, I need to lose weight. Yes, I have to. It's healthier for me if I get some of this weight off my body, my heart, my this, my that, everything else. So that's really, really important, and that's one of my goals. But my main goal is to stay healthy inside, because if I'm not healthy inside with this freaking diabetes, then it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It's just going to shorten my life. On the other hand, guys, I want to enjoy my life, and yes, that's not all about food. Food is not life, okay? But it is a big part of my life, and I think it's a big part of a lot of people's lives. I really do. Like I said, we gather at restaurants. We gather with family members, with families. What do we say? Oh, what are you going to bring? I'll bring this. You bring that. You'll bring that. It's just human nature. I think it's human nature, and especially really how you grew up. We ate to live, not live to eat. We live to eat, not ate to live. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it was, guys, and I'm not embarrassed to admit that I love food. I mean, I think because too, I'm also an emotional eater, that, food has always been like a comfort to me. And when I was younger and I was a teenager, and I was always on the thinner side. I mean, my father used to say to me, "Your legs were this thin." I mean, I had pictures of me that, I don't know if I have any over here, but I'll gather some pictures up and I'll show you guys on the next video, on the next Talk About It Tuesday, how thin I was. I was really, really thin, and I had an emotional kind of like breakdown when I was like in my late teens for reasons that I'm not going to talk about. It's not family, just some reasons that was kind of my life. And I just started eating, and I started comforting myself with food, and that's where it began. And then I just slowly started gaining weight, and I can remember just feeling like, oh God, I'm getting chubby, and and then it just all appeared on me. And then there it was one day, and I was like, oh my God, and I was just comfortable in it. I was comfortable in it. So the thing is, guys, is that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to focus on watching my carbs. Every single day I get up, I'm going to make sure that I don't overdo it on carbs or sugars or anything like that. Because number one, guys, if I get back to my old self again, like if I get back to the old stuff, I'm in such pain. Let me tell you something. My fingers, guys, I don't know if you can even see, but like you see my nails are really short. I bite my nails, which is horrible. Okay, I'm embarrassed to show that, but whatever. You see that redness like on my neck, right here, where am I? See that redness right there? That's from diabetes, guys. And that's really painful, like in my cuticle area. See that cuticle? Right there, how it's red? I get pains in my hands. Comment down below if you guys have diabetes and if you have neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy. Guys, let me tell you, it's so painful. It's so painful. And when my sugars are high, I suffer. I suffer in a lot of pain. It's almost like somebody taking a knife and stabbing you in the finger, stabbing you, that like it like I'll just be sitting there like this, and all of a sudden I'll get that pain in my hand, my fingers, and I'll scream. I'll be like, oh my God, and my husband's like, what's the matter? I'm like, the pain, you have no idea. It's like somebody just stabbed you, wide awake. Somebody just stabbed you. It's so painful. So when my sugars are out of whack and are high, I have pains like that. I have tingling. I have even like inside of like my body, like I feel, you know it. Like you as a diabetic, when your sugars are high or low, I mean low is really bad. Low is a completely different thing. But high is just painful. Really, really painful. And when I'm controlling my sugars, I definitely feel better. I feel better in every way. When my sugars are high, I'm constantly running to the bathroom. It's, what it's like, guys? I'll explain it to you like this. When you're a diabetic, if your sugars are high, it's like when you drink, you're really, really thirsty, and you drink, it's like almost as if you're drinking and it just goes right out of you. It's like almost like up through a tube. You're putting the fluid into the tube, and it's just literally coming out and just going out. It's not staying in your body. It's not nurturing you, nourishing you. It's not doing anything. It's just coming right out. It's a horrible, horrible feeling not to be able to quench your thirst, and that's what being in the midst of diabetes, when your sugar is really high and uncontrollable, that's how it feels, and it's horrible. It is a horrible feeling. So I don't like to feel that way. I really don't. And when I do feel that way, I'm miserable. I'm in a lot of pain. People might not even know it or see it or whatever, but I'm in a lot of pain. And believe it or not, I don't like to be in that pain. So, guys, it's a struggle every day. Diabetes is really, really a struggle every day. And I try to be grateful and thankful, because I say God forbid I could have a debilitating, really debilitating disease, which this to me is really, really bad. Like this is it's so hard to manage. And like some people may say it's not hard to manage, but it is hard to manage because every single thing down to a lifesaver has sugar in it. So, you know, and carbs. You don't even realize the stuff that has carbs in it. Tomato has carbs in it. Banana has carbs in it. This is fruit. You know, this is fruit. Like, this is like stuff that you would, you know, go on a diet for and think, you know, oh, you know, I'm a person that loves vegetables, loves fruit. So to be on a diet would be good for me, I would think, because I could eat all the fruit and veggies and all that. No, you still have to limit, because even this goddamn thing, which is so delicious, has natural sugars. This has like, if I can tell you, I don't even know how many carbs. I think it has 20 carbs in a banana. I swear to God, in one freaking banana. So it's, you know, it's not that easy. And believe me, guys, I know there's worse diseases. There's terminal illnesses, there's cancer, there's this, there's that. You know, I would never wish that on myself or whatever, but this right here is chronic. When you have a chronic disease that keeps you from living your full life, it's difficult. You know, it's difficult. But, you know, so the thing that I'm trying to say is that I'm going to try to focus on moderation, and I'm still going to stay on Weight Watchers. I'm not going off Weight Watchers because I really feel like it's helping me keeping my sugars down. Even if I don't lose an enormous amount of weight, guys, it keeps me on track. It keeps me on track. It keeps me in my head to say, ooh, let me mark down. And it keeps me aware. If I write down what I'm eating, okay, so I saw, you know, I'll think twice about, you know, eating the bad things. Okay, because like, you know, carbs, I enjoy carbs more than I do sugar, I think. Like, I have bread, some weeks I have bread once a day. Some weeks I don't have bread all week. So it's just odd. It's just what I'm in the mood for. But like, you know, I'm going to focus on what I'm focusing on, which is going for the low carb everything, like the low carb wraps, the rice, the cauliflower rice instead of, you know, regular rice, the cauliflower mashed potatoes instead of regular mashed potatoes. You know, I'm using less butter in this house now than I ever have since I've been back on Weight Watchers. A pound of butter's lasted me 3 weeks when a pound of butter would be gone in 3 days. You know, it's just the way I cooked and just the way, you know, now I think twice about all that. So being on Weight Watchers really does keep me in check. So if you guys see me like tonight, we had chicken wings, guys, if you go and watch my video, and we had delicious macaroni and cheese. I made macaroni and cheese, homemade. It came out amazing. Now, I can, and I still will, guys, adapt foods to the Weight Watcher or the low carb way. More low carb than anything, because that's what I have to focus on. So, like, yes, tonight I had an amount of macaroni and cheese. Yes, I could have counted it at points. It would have been 40 points. It would have been ridiculous because it was regular, complete, fattening macaroni and cheese. But I will stick to more of the, you know, the cauliflower mac and cheese, or, you know, the low carb pasta and the less calorie way. So I can stick to this. What I'm trying to say is that I'm going to still adapt everything to low carb and to Weight Watchers. But what I'm saying is I am not going to worry so much about getting on the scale every Wednesday. Yes, I'll get on the scale every Wednesday just because I want to know or whatever. And I like to see my progress if I am losing or whatever. But I'm not going to harp on it, and I'm not going to worry about the scale as long as when I prick my finger and do my sugar, that my sugars are reasonable. If my sugars are reasonable, that's going to be my only issue right now, guys. So if you see me, you know, I'll always say, because I feel kind of like, this is why it was very hard to open up to you guys and to decide whether to tell you guys or to take you guys along with me on this journey of Weight Watchers and low carb and all that, because I feel like it's hard. It's hard not to always succeed, but I figured, you know what? This is my life. And like, if I come on and I say, like today, you know what, guys? I'm having the macaroni and cheese. I'm not counting it. I'm telling you guys, I don't have to tell you guys what I'm doing, but I am, because I feel like I want to. And, I want to be honest and just be real. And I don't want to be judged. And if you judge me, then that's your own problem. Like, I'm not going to worry about people judging me and people saying, oh my God, she's on Weight Watchers. And this is just stuff that I say in my head. I'm not saying that people are saying that, but I'm just thinking that in my head because I'm paranoid like that. I think people think that of me, But whatever. I've learned a long time ago that you can't worry about what other people think of you. You got to live your life for yourself, and don't let anybody's judgment tear you down, because I did that a long time in my life, and I don't do that anymore. I'm not perfect. Those thoughts, the devil tries to get in there and and invade my mind, but I don't allow it. I don't really allow it anymore. Sometimes I have bad days. And guys, honest, my day can start out in the morning terrific, and then 2 hours later I'm like, what is going on? Like, I just want to go under the covers. And then 2 hours later, like, that's exactly what happened today. I got up, I felt really motivated, I felt good, I was ready to do something, and then, like, my husband and I were talking, and we were talking about just stuff and all that, and something was, like, weighing me down, so it kind of debilitated me, brought all these negative thoughts in my head, turned my whole mind thinking around, and I was completely stuck in a spot. And I couldn't move. I wasn't going to do anything that I planned on doing. So I fed into it a little bit. I talked to myself about it and just let it do whatever it was doing. And then I didn't obsess about it. And then I was keeping busy, and I went outside and I came back in. And all of a sudden, like 2 hours later, I was like a different person. It was like you flick the switch and I'm back to feeling motivated and getting ready to cook dinner. And I didn't feel like cooking dinner. I didn't feel like doing anything, guys. Literally, I'm being honest. I felt like going in and sitting on the couch, but I didn't give in to it. And that's the difference now in my life, is that 95% of the time now, I don't give in to those feelings. I will sit on the chair here and in the kitchen, and I will try my best to keep my mind moving and just keep positive thinking. And, it's a fight. I'm telling you guys, I've told you this before. It's a fight. I'm fighting my own thoughts. But, I just waited it out and then all of a sudden my mood just changed, and I felt better, and I was motivated to make dinner. I made chicken wings and macaroni and cheese, and everything was delicious, and it was really, really fun. And, I made the video and everything, guys, and stuff, and it was really, really good. So, what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to stick to Weight Watchers, definitely, but I'm going to do it in my own way, and I'm going to focus on the carbs, because that's what's most important to me, guys. It really, really is, and I know ultimately that losing the weight is really the cure for diabetes. I'm not stupid. I know that, I get that, but for me, it's just more, it's easier for me to focus on the low carb situation and then to dwell on the weight loss, because I've been trying to lose weight for 30 freaking years. 30 years. I always wanted to be back to that teenage body, but I've come to realize that ain't gonna happen, guys. Now I'm just looking to be healthy, and this is who I am. Chubby, chunky chin, chubby arms, everything else. This is me. So as long as I'm healthy and I'm focusing on, like I said again, I don't want to be a broken record, but like I said, I'm focusing on what I need to focus on for myself. I think that I'm going to be on the right track. So it's a struggle every day, but I'll struggle through it, and I'll get through it. And, I am so lucky that I have a loving and supportive family, and I have beautiful YouTube friends, and I have I have other really, really good, I have a few good, really, really good friends that are like my family, and that I couldn't live without, and they know who they are. And, you know, it's just really, really great. It's great to have that support. And I've met so many people on YouTube. This right here is so lethargic for me and so good for me. The more I do it, the more I love it, the more I want to be on it to help people and to help myself and to just to help and really give. I really enjoy it, you know. I think my platform is not only cooking, it's become so much more than just cooking and creating, because I love to create a lot of things. I really do. I love to create a lot of things, and I really like to, you know, help people and just be there. So that's it, guys. That's about Talk About It Tuesday. I don't know. That's all I have to say, really. Sip my coffee. It's almost done. It is done, and I'm kind of upset because it's empty. But, thinking about having a little snack now. I don't know what. Something, you know, something low carb, of course. Trying to think of what I want. It's 10:33 now. I have a little snack. None of that, oh, you can't eat before, you shouldn't eat before 8 o'clock. Really? Guys, come on. You know, oh, I think you know what I'm going to have? I'm going to have that cheese, tomato, and avocado sandwich with my roasted peppers. Guys, I'm going to make a video of that still. I just used a lot of my roasted peppers, almost the last of them today. When I had lunch, I had a ham and cheese, roasted pepper wrap with honey mustard on my low carb on my low carb wrap. So good, guys, so delicious. But I only have like 2 or 3 peppers left in that jar, and I have peppers in the fridge that I gotta get to. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna get that roasted pepper video done, and because I need to have more roasted peppers. The jar is almost empty. I mean, you know, come on. So right now I might go and may make myself a little sandwich, which is pretty low in points. And that's it, guys. So thanks so much for listening. Thanks for always being here. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for subscribing and you know, joining the family. And if you're old here, thank you so much, guys, for always supporting me and being here. Love you guys so much. And also, don't forget, if you don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the bottom with the notification button with the bell, so every time I upload, guys, you guys can be notified. All right, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. This month, April coming up, Jerry from Cooking with Neighbors are going to be doing another video. I think it's December. I think it's April 23rd. Yes. And then April 21st, me and Jessie from the Hodgepodge Life of Jessie are going to be doing a collaboration just by ourselves together, and we're going to be doing, she's going to be doing breakfast, I'm going to be doing dinner. No, I'm sorry. She's going to be doing dessert, and I'm going to be doing dinner. So I'm not going to say what I'm making yet. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. And another thing, guys, before I go, as far as International Wednesday, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of slacking off that a little bit. I might just come up and do it once every couple of weeks or something. I'll let you know, but I hope you guys aren't disappointed. I'm going to try to do it. Like I said, I just lately hasn't been fitting into the schedule, but it's still on my mind, and when I come across, you know, an opening to get it in, I will get it in for you guys, all right? But there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. Easter's coming up. I'm thinking about making a bunny cake with Jenny. We're going to do some fun things, me and Jen. We have brownies in the back she wants to make, so that'll be in the next video. And so, you know, there's a lot coming out, guys. All right, so thanks for being here for Talk About It Tuesday. And guys, if you guys have ideas about what to talk about, I could use some advice. Comment down below what you guys would like to hear about, like to talk about, you know, like to bring up. I don't care. I'm open to anything, guys. I really am open to anything. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye.